Hey guys, Double R here. It's October the 26th. And it's getting that time of year where the temperature's starting to fall at night. And still in the middle of this paint project for the tonneau cover. And I was almost thinking about just putting 2 coats of epoxy on it and just putting it to the side till spring. I'm already fighting the temperatures here in the garage, trying to keep, maintain the 70 degrees for this epoxy. This epoxy that I'm using, the metal temps, or in this case the fiberglass temps, they have to be 70 degrees for, well, in between 60 to 70, somewhere in there for at least 24 hours to 48 hours. That's the critical point. So I've been able to maintain that, but I've been doing it by using those halogen lights. You guys can see I've got one over there on that repair area for the cover right now. And right now I haven't had any heat on. It's 51 degrees outside, right at 73 in here. So far with the lights on, I've been able to maintain that. I do have heat in the garage. I've got a 75,000 BTU gas heater. You guys have seen that thing before. I've got it all taped up. And I really didn't want to put that in here. I actually wanted it over on the other side, but I just didn't have no choice. I didn't have the ceiling height that I needed. And then a lot of that was finished, and trying to run the flue and everything. It's just so much easier to put it in here. But the problem is with painting, you can't use that because obviously because of the fire hazards with the open flame and all. I don't like the idea of running this gas all the time. And even once I'm done spraying and I brought the temperature back up, I'm going to want to keep that temperature in here for several days at about 70. So I got to looking at some heaters, some electric heaters, and I was just looking for something that may help me maintain 70 degrees in here, or 65 to 70 degrees. And there was one online here called a Dimplex heater. It's a 240 volt, 30 amp, 4,800 watts, and it says over 16,000 BTUs. And a lot of the reviews online said that they were using it for, it's like a construction portable heater, and they're using it for basements and stuff like that, and several reviews on there for a garage. And this is probably, I think this one side that we're in right now, with it blocked off and all, it may be 400 to 500 square feet. So it does have a tall ceiling, but I've got the fans up there that I can blow that heat back down. So what I was gonna do is get this thing opened up, and of course I went ahead and bought a NEMA plug that works with my NEMA receptacle. This will be the same circuit as my welder. But thought we'd give this thing a try and just see what it does. Pretty small little heater. Looks like it's got a thermostat setting on it. Actually turned out pretty nice. So we have our NEMA plug. Like I said, guys, this is the got the neutral in it, but we're not utilizing that. Anyway, I'm gonna look at that outlet real quick, test it, make sure it's on. We'll roll this thing over and see what it does. turn it on, see what it does. I was showing you guys the back of it. It's got a little thermostat back there, but it does have some lights here. Alright, I just barely turned the thermostat and the amber light come on. Should click. There it is. Probably gonna smell real bad for a little bit. It's putting out quite a bit of heat. Degrees. Seeing anywhere from 430 to 500 degrees. I can feel the heat coming out of it. I can feel it from here. Pretty powerful little motor. Like I said, the reviews was all good on it. I just wanted something I could feel a little bit safer with versus the open flame with the gas, and something I felt like I could leave at night. Just turn down low that would cycle on and off. Or it just cycled. It just cut off. You can see the amber light is still on. I'm already hot. 50 degrees outside, 74 in here. This is still pretty hot. One of the reviews, and I agree, one of the reviews stated that they wish there was a time delay on the fan, because what happens is you can still see the heat radiating off of this. So as soon as the thermostat's satisfied, that fan should continue to run, blowing cool air over the element, cool it down, and then cut off. And that's the way my gas heater does. And I kind of wish that did that. For just a little bit extra money, they could have put that feature in there. That's the only recommendation I would have for it. And that was in one of the reviews. Still pretty hot on the top. Top of this thing measuring 300 degrees. It's on the workbench here. This is a metal top, thick metal. It's at least 1/8 of an inch. I'm just curious to see how much it does run the light bill up. But we're not planning on painting in here a whole lot during the winter months. Really, to be honest with you, I may have some epoxy to do on Project Overkill during the winter. We'll get them quarter panels off. I want to get the inner structure epoxy primer, and I want to finish this cover. And so that's the biggest thing. And I was really discouraged about not being able to get it done already. And I was just trying to think of a way to get it done. So maybe it'll work out, and this will help me out. I'll turn it up. Turn it up on 5. That's almost full blast. We'll let that run, and I'll bring you back here in just a little bit. Okay guys, the heater's been running about 15 minutes, and I did turn the ceiling fans on there to bring the heat down. It's already starting to come up pretty good here. Still 50 outside, 78 in here. And it hasn't cycled off yet, but I turned it pretty far up. You see that one element there going red a little bit. $122 to the sides. Metal out here is $119. Right in front of it's pretty hot. Yeah, that element's so hot it's not going to read. Top, 230. Certain places. 132 on the handle. Turn it the wrong way. Like I said, I wish there was a time delay on that little thing. Because that baby's just going to start to continue to heat up for a little bit. So far, pretty impressed with it for such a little heater. The real test is going to be when it gets real cold outside, so we get down in the 30s and be able to see just how much heat we're losing out of the building and how much this thing can actually produce. Like I said, I'm not planning on using this to heat the building. I'm just looking for something to maintain the temperature for a day or two while paint cures, and this may fit the bill. I may work on my little setup here where I've got it set, and it's right in front of this, on this table. It's getting pretty warm, so I may look about getting some pieces of metal and set on it, and maybe getting some space in between the heater and the actual metal top of this table. But overall, I'm pretty impressed, and I'll let you guys know how it works out. We'll do a follow-up with it after I've had a chance to use it for a couple evenings. But there it is. A little simple heater. Dimplex portable construction heater. 4,800 watts. So anyway, guys, that's all I got tonight. I'll cut you loose. Get a little bit more progress made out here. Bring you guys back. Everybody have a good evening.